find it a little bit more than I expected there, and also the lady driving the Volvo XC90 opposite looked probably as shocked as I did. Just about saved it. Just about saved it. Back to the channel and welcome to a glorious October day here in England. You might not be able to tell, but I am currently getting rained on. Anyway, just before we get started guys, I'd like to just say we're pushing really close to 15,000 subscribers now. So if you are one of the 75% or so of people that watch the channel regularly and are not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button now. It only takes a second and you can always change your mind. And I think very quickly we can get over that 15,000 subscriber target. So in today's video I want to address something which I didn't actually think I was going to make a video on, because on Instagram and in other videos I have mentioned it a fair bit. It's about what's happening to my Z4 now and if I'm selling it. Now I have said in quite a few videos and things that I've posted since buying my M240i, which is actually just behind me off the shot here, that the Z4 is not going anywhere. It is going alongside my Z4 and this will remain in my garage, so to speak. However, it seems to have not transpired to everyone, because I've been getting lots of messages on Instagram in particular and a couple of emails even, and comments on YouTube videos saying, why have you sold your Z4? Why would you replace the Z4? Where is the Z4? The list goes on. So seemingly not everyone sees all the content, of course, so I thought this probably deserved its own explanation and its own video, and actually, moreover, it's a chance for me to go out in the car. Unfortunately, not the best day for it, but I'm now actually living in London, so get in the car, we'll get it warmed up and find some better roads and have a little bit of a chat about the fact that I am not selling this car and why that is. So should we go for a drive? Okay, so here we are in the car now and just letting it warm up a little bit. Where I've moved to in West London, there's just 20-mile-an-hour zones and speed bumps everywhere, and this car already doesn't drive, say, very smoothly when it's cold, so it's just a bore now getting it to temperature. But I've been driving for about 5 minutes or so and we're about to get onto a 50-mile-an-hour section, so we'll be able to start enjoying it a little bit. I have to say as well, everyone goes on about how this is their favourite time of the year as we go into autumn. The clocks just went back in the UK yesterday, so we're now on Greenwich Mean Time again, meaning it gets dark in about an hour from now, or 4:30. I just hate it. I absolutely hate it. I struggle to get out of bed. But anyway, this video isn't about me. It's about the car, about the Z4 that we're in. And what is it? I guess it's been, I haven't really done much driving over the past few days. I've just moved house, as I've alluded to a few times. So I've been doing a lot of stuff indoors, obviously getting that all sorted. So yeah, I haven't really driven this properly for 3 or 4 days. Anyway, we're just gonna get onto the M3 here. We got a bit of temperature on the car, so I'm not gonna floor it, but build that up slowly to about 5,000 RPM, second gear. And it's just so satisfying. And now got some temperature, it's doing a bit of the backfires. Do a third gear to get across to the fast lane here. Oh. It's good. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little bit of a chat and a summary now but I'll save the rest for when we get on some nice roads in about 20 minutes or so. But the long and short of it, of this video, if you're just looking for the simple answer, is no, I am not selling the Z4. This has always been the plan. The plan has always been to have additional cars, because I'm young. My sort of what's the word? I guess in life I want to try as many different cars as possible. The M240i that I've just bought is something a little bit different to what I normally go for, but I bought that for a number of reasons that I haven't really gone into yet, and I'm sure I will in upcoming content. But the plan has always been to keep this car, never to sell it. This car is on 158,000 miles. So number one, it's probably only worth £2,000 in the UK. So for the sake of selling it for £2,000, although that's still a lot of money that I could very much do with, it's not worth it for me, and it simply just doesn't outweigh the sort of sentimental value that this car has for me. Let's just get it up to 70 miles an hour here. Foot down, there it is. It is a very satisfying car to drive this, more so I'd say than the M240i. But anyway, I bought this car at 102,000 miles, meaning I've done over 55,000 miles in this car now, over just over 3 years. So, needless to say, I've got a F-ton of memories with this car, namely the most recent, where I just took it to the Nürburgring, which honestly is probably my greatest car memory, full stop. So selling this car is not an option. And if I do get into real financial trouble, then now I've got the M240i, that would be the first thing to go. This has been my workhorse for the past 3 years. Fundamentally, it built my YouTube channel, and many of you guys, as I know, are Z4 owners, etc, etc. So no, this car is not going anywhere. I'm going to run it into the ground. I mean, let's hope that it's still got some miles and some years in it yet. But no, the car's not going anywhere. And actually having this as well as the M240i, just for me actually is starting to highlight even more the things that I like about this car, because I'm not living with it every day. I'm not focusing on the things that annoy me as much, if that makes sense. So there's a brief summary. What I'll do now is get down the motorway here nice and quickly, get off to some nice roads which I'm exploring today, given that I'm in a new area, and have a bit of fun. Have a bit of fun really, and I'll just chat to you a little bit more about sort of, I guess, why I love this car and why it's not going anywhere. The sort of sentimental reasons I gave for never wanting to sell this car, genuinely it is such a good car. I wouldn't say they're underrated, because I've given the car all of the credit it deserves, and I know other owners of Z4s also, you know, rave about them highly, but it genuinely is just a fun car to drive. It's not too powerful. I mean, to be honest, oh, that was bumpy. I'm being cautious now actually, because it's really wet. I think the chances of getting the roof down are looking increasingly unlikely. But I mean, it's scary when it's weather like this, but not in a way that it wants to kill you. So you can just jump in this car, get it warmed up and have some fun, and that's really what I want to keep using it for. The M240i is going to be more of a sort of project car in terms of lots of modifications, making it crazy, etc, etc, etc. But this is actually just pretty great out of the box how it is, with the back box delete of course, which I've done, the Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres. Just make this thing, you know, for what it's worth, just a fantastic little driver's car. actually having the M240i and then jumping into this, obviously with the manual gearbox, actually just makes me appreciate the manual even more, because when you, I mean for me, when I was living with this manual, obviously it's been 3 years, sort of all the time, there was a point where I was sort of craving an auto. And that is exactly the reason why I went for an auto with the 240i. However, now I have that as well as this. It's just actually quite a lot of fun to have this manual, you know, as a change. And there's the back stepping out. See, if that was the 240i, it's just too powerful for that. This, you can just throw it around. Ooh. So yeah, it's great. I absolutely love having this car as well as the 240i, because they are so different. It ultimately allows me to enjoy this more than I was enjoying it before, which is great. It's absolutely great. It's almost like I've got two new cars. Just, I mean, other observations, you know, the manual gearbox is great. I mean, I just love rev matching. There's nothing more satisfying than that. And also what's really nice, don't get me wrong, the 2 Series is not a huge car, but in comparison, this thing feels absolutely tiny. Starting with when you jump in, the cabin is so small, and also seating position, you're sort of very hunched up and sort of involved with the car. And then the first thing you touch, which is the wheel, is tiny, which just, yeah, it just makes it so great to throw around, to drift, whatever it is you want to do with it. And again, is another big sort of differing point between this and the 240. So yeah, it is great actually just having both of them. That went a little bit more than I expected there, and also the lady driving the Volvo XC90 opposite looked probably as shocked as I did. Just about saved it. Just about saved it. Traction. So guys, I'm just parking up now. Let's conclude this video because I've been rambling for quite a while, but I've just been having quite a lot of fun and getting carried away. Essentially, it's fairly self-explanatory. The car's not going anywhere, and it's not going anywhere more so now because I've got the M240i, because as said, it just actually helps me to notice the things that I enjoy about this car even more. And likewise with the M240i, when I, don't get me wrong, when I jump in that and out of this, there's a lot of things in that which I'm like, God, this is so much nicer than the Z4. Such as heated wheel, heated seats, just the general sort of build quality, I suppose. So yeah, so I won't ramble anymore, but I'll park up now and well, I don't know, I was going to try and do something in the nice weather, but it is awful. So yeah, the Z4's not going anywhere. I hope that clears that up for anyone that was still questioning it. I simply thought this would be a better way of answering the question than commenting on 100 or so different messages. So yeah, Z4's not going anywhere. I'm sure you'll all be pleased to know. In terms of plans for it, well, I could probably make another video out of that, but being quite honest, there's not really much to talk about there. I'm open to suggestions, of course. But as I say, the car's great. It is just great as it is, and now having the 2 Series as well to switch between, completely different dynamic of car. And this actually, I'm having a great laugh today taking it out, and I think I might do a bit more driving. So thanks guys for watching. Make sure, as I said at the start, you are subscribed. Let's try and smash 15,000 subs. More subscribers, more videos, simple as that. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.